Sometimes the word vocation gets too narrowly associated with only priesthood and religious life. It's important that all of us realize God has an ongoing vocation invitation for each and every one of us. It starts with the universal call we receive at baptism, where we each become one with Christ. All baptized Christians are called to be holy, invited to know and embrace the love that God has for every one of us. We are invited to respond to this love by living lives of service to God and to one another. This is how we live out our identity as part of someone and something greater than ourselves. As we grow up, we all start out as single. From there, we discern God's invitation to a state of life. Some remain single for a long period, or even for life. Others discern God's invitation to marriage and family life, making a lifelong commitment to a spouse and vowing to love their spouse and their children and raise a family in love. Others discern God's invitation to religious life, entering formation and professing vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience that shape a life of profound service and community. Still others discern an invitation to priesthood, studying and training for ordination to offer pastoral servant leadership to the church and celebrate the sacraments. And then, even as we live out our states of life, we find particular vocations. These can be related to careers like medicine, law, teaching, or a trade. This could be connected to passions and hobbies like art, writing, athletics, or a volunteer commitment. Sometimes they are things that help us earn a living and gain stability to provide for ourselves and our families. Sometimes they are things that do not earn money but connect people, serve people, and build community. Sometimes they're a mix. And for some single and married people, this means becoming Viatorians as lay associates. And even within those vocations, we may find vocational expressions that are very specific to our gifts and passions. Think of teachers who aren't just good teachers, but great math teachers or history teachers. Athletes who aren't just agile or fast, but great coaches. Or doctors who aren't just good with anatomy and assessment, but are amazing surgeons. The list goes on. The important thing is that you know you have a vocation, that God has an ongoing invitation for you. You will find greater clarity awaits when you discover where your gifts and passions meet the world's needs. Let's take a look at God's invitation unfolding in the life of some Viatorians.
Hello, my good friends at Cristo St. Viator. This is Brother Rob. Boy, I sure do miss all of you. I wish I could be there with you today, but I'm stuck back here in cold and snowy Chicago. But I know you're having a lesson today on your call, God's call to you. So I just wanted to share just for a few minutes my call to my vocation in life, which is as a religious brother. My call was a call that I received because I listened to others. I did not have God talking in my ear. Some people think that God jumps down from heaven and gets in your ear and says, oh, you're going to be a religious. That's not what happened to me. I listened to others who saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. And I believe that's how a call works. Blessings. There's so many blessings that I could talk about being a religious brother. And I want people to know that this is a wonderful life. The blessings that I received, one of the most important blessings, the 2 years I worked at Cristo St. Viator, I can't tell you what all of you meant to me and still mean to me from the years I worked there. It was a wonderful blessing. Working with my brothers in community, living with my brothers in community, we have the best time together. They are the people that I count on, that I live with, that support me. Living in community is a very blessed experience. Finally, I just want to say, I know that there are some of you sitting in that room who have a call to religious life. I know that some of you in that room have a call to Viatorian religious life. And I want to be the one to help you hear that call. God is calling you, and I am that voice of God calling you to at least think about, how can I serve the church? How can I serve others? And the Viatorian religious life is a great way to do that.
Hello, my name is Giovanni Orduz. I am a Viatorian brother, and I'm responding my God's invitation, being a brother in the Viatorian community. I joined the community when I was teaching in college, and I was able to continue doing the process, and I was able to learn other skills. Blessings have been in my life after I joined the Viatorians. I live in community, I have the support of my brothers, I have the support of the church, and I am able to work with other people in need. Those activities allow me to move between Colombia and the United States to learn English, to work with people in our schools in Colombia, with our kids in our schools here in Arlington Heights, and with other activities that I am willing to do with different ministries in our community. God is inviting me to be happy, and I feel that happiness in my life. God is inviting you to do something special. Just listen to Him. And you cannot listen to Him only because that songs come to your ear. No, other people tell you how to do it. Just listen to them and listen to your hearts. ¿Por qué no? Escucha la voz de Dios. Ella va directo a tu corazón.
Hi, Cristo St. Viator. This is Brother Peter Lamech. To you juniors and seniors, miss you, praying for you every day. I love my life as a religious brother. Over the last 9 years, I have volunteered with men who are seeking asylum from all different countries and places around the world. I've been able to learn about different contemporary world issues, different things that are affecting people's lives and causing human suffering, and meeting wonderful people who are responding and trying to help people who are seeking a better life. I've also been able to coach football, coach basketball. I'm the bass fishing club moderator at my current high school that I'm teaching at St. Viator High School. I've been able to do all sorts and types of different things. And the Viatorians have really given me the opportunity to follow my passions. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to coach or to help people learn how to, get better at their hobby of fishing. I also just absolutely love living with people who are mission and spiritually oriented. We support one another, we encourage one another, and we help each other grow closer to God so we can better love God and love our neighbor. This, perhaps today, is an invitation for you. How can I live out my vocation to love other people?
Hi, my name is Rosie Hartz, and I'm a Viatorian associate. But you guys at Cristo Rey might be recognizing me because when you come to St. Viator for your retreats, I'm the person there at the front door waving hi and in the youth ministry office. And I'm always around, but I've also been on your campus. I've helped to mentor your small groups. And I'm also great friends with Deborah Perez, another Viatorian associate who's there at the school too. So hi, Deborah. But I wanted to come here today to say hello to all of you guys and tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm married to Paul Hartz, who some of you might know. He was also there on your campus and a Viatorian associate. And we have 2 daughters. One is a senior in high school, as many of you are seniors, and one is in 8th grade getting ready to start her freshman year. What I do for a living that some of you guys might know is I am the youth minister at St. Viator. And I love that job. I get to work with high school, middle school, young adults. That's a great job that I have. But how do I live out God's call? Now, that's a little harder to answer because I have to think about it. I have to pray about it. And I have to know in my heart that I'm doing what God is calling me to do. And I believe He's calling me to be in companionship with young people, to walk the journey, to be on the road, and to help be a source of listening and somebody that can just welcome young people with open arms. So that's what I think God's inviting me to do. But that makes me think too, what is God inviting you to do? Who is He inviting you to be with, to journey with? Is He inviting you to be a married person, to be an educator? Is He inviting you to be a priest, an associate, a sister? I mean, the list goes on when you really think about it. But I think the most important thing to know is that God is inviting you. He is talking to you, and He wants you to listen.
Hi, Cristo Rey St. Viator. My name is Brother John Eustace, and I'm the coordinator for Vocation Ministry for the Viatorians all across the United States. And we're excited for you to learn about the different expressions of how to respond to God's invitation. We know that some of you might be called to becoming a Viatorian brother or priest or lay associate. We also know that some of you young women might be called to become religious sisters. But what we really know is that every single one of you is called and you have a purpose in life. And we are here to walk with you, to accompany you, and help you understand who God is calling you to be. So anything that we can do or anything that Brother Carlos or Father Tom can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. Remember, we're praying for you. God loves you. Take care.